Yeah, I know. It's been a while since I've done a movie review, hasn't it? Well, it's simply because, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This month freaking sucked for movies. Like, it sucked hard. It was bad. It was a bad month for movies. So, because of that, and because most of them turned out to be absolute crap, with a few exceptions, obviously, I decided to just not review them. Not to mention I was busy with Academia April and a bunch of other stuff. So, that's why there weren't really any new movie reviews this month, and I apologize for that in advance, but sometimes you just gotta put your well being first before ranting and tearing apart things. So, okay, explanation out of the way. Now let's talk about a movie that's not new. Yeah, I know, I put that entire explanation in a review for a movie that's not even new. Yep, sorry. But hey, sequel came out, and we'll talk about that next. So it technically still counts. So, what's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station, which is your fan thing and everything animation, including TV and movies. I'm your host, Jasmine Small. Welcome to my review of a strange little oddity of a film from 2016 titled The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, and Jon Bernthal. Yes, The Punisher. So, I wasn't really entirely sure what to expect with this movie going in because usually movies like this are kind of hit or miss, but I did like its premise about having this like highly acute autistic guy doing all these dangerous jobs and action and stuff like that. And me being autistic myself, I did that did have me intrigued on what they were gonna do. And from what I've seen online, the reactions to this movie are kind of mixed. Some really like it, some really don't, and some are kind of in the middle. So now that I have seen it for myself, what do I think about it? Well, it's average. It's as average as a sidewalk on a summer day. Fitting analogy since it's almost summer, but yeah, this movie did kind of let me down. It wasn't really all that good, and there were parts where I was insanely bored because this movie does have some issues, some big issues at that. But it's not a bad movie. I want to make that clear. This is not bad, not bad by any means. It is a perfectly watchable, average thriller, crime thriller, action movie, whatever. So let's get straight into my final thoughts because this can actually be summed up pretty quick. So, here we go. With the sequel now out, it is time to scratch off another first time watch from the list. The Accountant is just okay. It has mostly good acting. I do like Ben Affleck, I do like J.K. Simmons, and Jon Bernthal. We'll get to him, but he is good. It has a cool premise. I already talked about it. Decent action. When you do get to the action in this movie, which is few and far between, a lot of scenes of dialogue, and it's decent. It's not going to blow your mind, and there is some shaky cam, but it's not. It's not unwatchable. It's not that bad. Sorry, my pig is being bad today. Sorry about that. But yeah, action. It's decent. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's fine. A solid twist. I will admit I did not see the twist in this movie coming with the specifically J.K. Simmons character, but I'm not going to say any more than that because obviously spoiler for your review. But it's a solid twist, and it actually did take me by surprise. And a great final act. I do really like the final act of this movie. It's quiet, but it hits you. It's pretty good. It's great. But here's where the problem comes in. The pacing's too slow. Now, I can usually give or take slow burn movies. Some I really like, and some just don't work for me. One that doesn't work for me is Blade Runner. I did not like that movie at all. But a slow burn that did work for me is something like The Outfit from 2022. Movie where you're not entirely sure where it's going to go, but the acting, the characters, the writing, and the story are good enough to keep you engaged, even if it's taking forever to get to its ultimatum. So where do I fall with this one? Well, it's definitely one of the more painful slow burns that I've seen in a while because the pacing, it's just too slow. Like, the movie moves at the pace of a snail, and sometimes it works, like with character exposition or stuff like that, but most of the time I'm just left bored and waiting for the next scene. Anna Kendrick sounds bored the whole time. I'm sorry, she was never good, and she obviously just did this role for a paycheck. She sounds bored and checked out the entire movie, and I didn't buy her for a second. So yeah, she's bad. She's the worst actor in the movie. The exposition dumping is beyond obnoxious. Like, so much of this movie, combined with that slow pacing, is dragged out, tired, agonizing, exposition dumping out the ass. Like, so much exposition is dumped on you in just the first half hour. And it doesn't really have anything compelling enough to keep your attention. Or at least, not for me. It didn't keep my attention very well. I tried, but every now and then I did end up kind of dozing off my chair a little. And Jon Bernthal, as much as he tries, and he does try in this movie, is completely wasted in a bland side role. Like, if you have Jon Bernthal, freaking use him! Don't just make him some background character that you won't actually make relevant until the end of the movie. Like, come on, man. And rewatchability is non-existent. A grand majority of this movie I was just bored, so I cannot really see myself rewatching this again, unfortunately. It's as average as it gets, but it's worth at least one watch if you haven't seen it, because it does have good things in it, and it does have good ideas and good elements, but the pacing, Anna Kendrick's bad acting, and Jon Bernthal's underutilization just really drags this movie down, ultimately. Hopefully, though, the sequel is a lot better. So, with all that said, let's get now to the final verdict for The Accountant, which is going to be a dead average 5 out of 10. It's average, it's okay, but nothing really worth remembering. It is so forgettable. Definition of a one and done sit, just to say that you've seen it. Well, will the sequel be any better? Well, I'll tell you all about it next time when we talk about The Accountant 2. Until then, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day, and I'll see you in the next review. Peace.